Gotta hop in that barn tonight and shoot some more hoops. My thighs, top of my thighs are sore. I ran around a little bit more last night. Ran can the shit was on, so I started moving more. And fuck. A little sore. I'm gonna be, you gotta get the circulation back up and going once you start getting all the poisons out, and they re-agitate it, and they have no intention on quitting, and they agitate you in numerous ways and compromise you in numerous ways because they're fucking stupid. It has nothing to do with intelligence, guys. Hell on earth is right here, right now. Okay? Muhammad sat down and broke this down to me just real quick. He said, Earl, Jesus says roll with it, right? That means you got to connect to whoever's connecting to you in prayer sincerely. Okay, you can't make your own gospels. You have to go on here and connect. And you're like, I wasn't expecting this. Jesus said roll with it, right? If someone's trying to engineer you into their selfish wants, you're going to go where you need to go to get what needs to get done. Okay, you're the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer, not the selfish fucking cow who wants everything their fucking way, right? This is Earl talking. No, Muhammad. No, they have to listen. As Muhammad says in the Quran, Jesus goes and cusses them out because they have lost all faith. Okay? And losing all faith is to be without couth. Okay? And to be without any empathy, respect, and or manners. Okay? And he said, in order to have good manners, you have to accept the truth of Jesus' faith first. Okay? You haven't done that. So fuck you, Iran. Fuck you, Iraq. Fuck you, Saudi Arabia. Fuck you, Yemen. Fuck you, Jordan. Fuck you, Israel. Fuck you, Lebanon. And fuck all of y'all. Okay? You won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer a lick, so fuck you and suck your own dick, Cowboy Wayne. Get to work on your yoga pants. Do the splits. Make a banana split. Fuck you. Go win some money on Family Food, but get the fuck out of my face. Okay. God damn it. No, he sits there and he goes, this is hell on earth. It doesn't get any more worse than this, Earl. And I'm like, what? They're going to argue with me. No, they're not. You're going to kick the living shit out of their lie. Okay? All hell is of human invention. All heaven is of God's design when you appreciate the glory of life through the gifts given and honor the gifts given through faith in God. Okay? When the world goes boom and supernova, the soul still exists in a raging fire that they refer to as eternal hellfire because they don't understand eternity and or, the infinite glory that they profess to have faith in. They're rude, lying sacks of shit motherfuckers. He just goes off. He goes, no. He's right. He's the Messiah. Okay? You cannot invent heaven. You can only appreciate what's given to you for heaven when you perfectly worship. Okay? If you don't perfectly worship, you have hell. And they go, it can get worse than this. No, it can, asshole. If you invent shit in your mind and do shit in your mind and you put McCain in the Hanoi Hilton, he put himself in the Hanoi Hilton. He dropped bombs and napalm on children and thought it was fun. He's a fucking asshole just like you. He invents hell for fun. You're a dumb prick. You're a bitch asking for money to fuck. Shut up. God, you guys pissed Muhammad off. He's all like, that's why he connected to the girl from Texas, because the girl from Texas is obviously at this time saying more sincere prayers. I don't want to be like this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be the woman that I was meant to be. That little girl that was scared and asking you for help. I feel lost. I don't feel like I'm where I should be. I don't know why she's having this prayer. I don't know if she knows I exist or not. All I know is when prayers are sincere and they come from the heart of a child, I answer them. When when people do that and then people try to play it with tech and tech support and CEO billionaire tech geeks, fuck you. You're going to do nothing but continue to trap yourself in hell and your picture pages in hell. And everybody from here to eternity is going to know you're like John McCain and that fucking little piece of wood on my dad's wall in there. Nobody's completely worthless. They can always serve as a bad example, but we don't want to commit the sin in the mind or for it to replicate itself in the flesh anymore. So we're just going to forget all about your ass. Okay? We're going to take all your porno from Pete Townsend's computer and we're going to delete it as if it didn't exist. We're gonna vaporize it with an antimatter cleaner upper, not a weapon. Little Indian boy's named Victor. Post office. Jesuit priest. Okay. I'm magic. Make myself disappear. Right? Then proceeded to beat the shit out of the National Guardsman in front of him. And behind him, there was a sign that said, make love, not war. And then he got 2 years in Walla Walla. And he got that plea brought it down to 6 months probation for being an Indian in the 20th century. Okay. That sounds like a good example of the oral tradition. Thomas is full of shit, man. Okay, do you guys understand? Farther and farther. Okay, guys. So, yeah. No, man, I'm playing this game. The status quo shit is horrible. And I'm like, I will be surprised if anybody involved in brain chemical addiction behaviors through the colleges that won't stop and the video game system people that won't stop survive this. Okay, I would give everything you have away, and I would recant and repent and go and sin this and no more. If I was Blue Ivy Carter's daddy, I would call Von Ruth Pete and say, did you, okay, how did you pray to him? Okay, how do I give everything away? And you better just get on the floor and cry. I love you, Jesus. I love you, Lord, with all my heart. I love Muhammad as much as I love you. I love Sun Yat-sen as much as I love you. And most of all, I love Earl. Because he's the living Messiah that's redeeming all the lies they wrote about you that they get people to believe to get money and sit there and say, hey, sing goofy songs like Bob Cummins did it. I'd stop the world and melted you. It's like, Bob, I don't think that one would ever, no. I get it, and it's sick, and it has some... Is it funny? Not really. That's like those jokes you can't tell Cindy or you're not going to get any sex, Like, I understand why you guys are saying it, but I just wouldn't say it in front of other people. Yeah, no. Like I used to do with them. You can't call Lee the middle American Negro. You don't know him well enough yet, y'all. Okay? You got to get to know him well enough before you can do the white boy, black boy jokes, You got to, he's got to get that trust in there, You got to build trust before you can make, redneck and Negro jokes about each other, yo. You know what I'm saying? You got to earn being the official right Negro, my nigga. You got to earn being Gins's nigga, man. You got to earn that shit. You got to prove it. Overt, not really. It took a little while before the game started me calling him his nigga. He also called Sherrod, okay, from Norfolk, Virginia, Rodney, you about to get in an accident, And those Southern guys from Alabama, they and then they even got that Southern accent. They get hurt. Ayo, that hurts. Ayo. It's like he broke his ankle and shit, and you think he's gonna be going, oh fuck, that shit hurt, but he's going, ayo, it hurts. Ayo. It's like I don't know how he do it. Sherrod was funny, man. He was a blonde black man that looked like He-Man from Norfolk, Virginia. Sherrod Wright. And you're like, Sherrod Wright? Yeah, I know there's some loving in the woodpile. The boy's name is Sherrod Wright, right? He looked like He-Man, right? Yeah, blonde hair, blue eyes, a little football player, And it's Sherrod Wright. Boy, you got no business being named Sherrod Wright with that blonde hair, blue eyes and shit. What the fuck is going on here? It's like Jamal, it's like the brother with the braids on House Party 2 and shit. No, it's cool though. Parsons, Gaines, and Sherrod. My nigga, what's up, my nigga? The three niggas. Okay. We were even Art Cosmo will tell you, yeah, definitely. Nah, because, man, we try to fit in and, be Kevin Johnson. Yes, well, thank you for support. Kevin and Art to try to fit in to get all the stuff, and to survive the jocks. We just tell the jocks, you ready to get your ass kicked? I'm going to bounce your head off of every piece of fucking equipment in here. It's like, we don't do that around here. Well, I'm from New Mexico, and that kind of shit don't flow. If you can't back it up, don't bring it. So I was like, motherfucker. I complimented him, and he insulted me. He going to get his ass kicked, Come on now. Come on, bitch. Let's go. Okay. That was Earl. And Forrest and Ellen were still like, we need this kid on this football team. We need him now. We need him now. He's the state championship. He is. I was. just like Martin Barreras told the football coach at Cruces. Yeah, it would have been from, when was it? It was 1983? I think so. Oh, hell, if Sonny Karras hadn't been a macho, dumb, bullshit asshole that laughs at kids because they're skinny, Mayfield would have won 3 state championships in a row. Just put me out there, I'll teach the fall kids how to catch. It's like catching a baby out of a window. What do you know, white boy? I'm faster than you. Every Mexican in school thinks I'm a Mexican, and they're all proud of it. So, he's the fastest guy. He's so fast. Okay, how fast was he? He's so fast. He was running, and he went past, and he got up in front of Carl Lewis and was running backwards and said, "You know, if you relax more, you might be able to run faster." And then he still beat him by 2 yards at the tape. Okay, that's how fast he was. Okay. And he's Mexican, he's one of us. Well, I'm a new Mexican, but not exactly an old Mexican, but I'm not really Mexican. I've been accused of being Mexican, but I am a new Mexican, and I, viva la familia, right? And so, hey man, if you're going to get the bigotry from your family that you were, adapted into, you're going to take the love and the hate they give them, and you're going to give back more love and more joy than age or time can ever destroy, right? Doon 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 loot. My Buggy, you love my Buggy so much. I do. Yeah, I got my little love picture up there, See my little brown eyes? Every time I would talk to Little Hawk, I would sit there and say, well, why, this and that and that? Why was all this? Why didn't you do that? He said, because of that. Those little brown eyes that look up at you, that depend on you to do the right thing to keep the future generations safe. That's why High Hump went and died that day. He knew they were going to do it. He knew there was no way out. Same thing happened with Little Hawk about a month later. Okay. And they, why didn't Little Hawk go with, why didn't Little Hawk go with Crazy Horse? Because they were trying to assassinate both of them. So High Hump had to have Little Hawk's back, and they weren't ready to assassinate, He-Dog. They weren't ready to assassinate He-Dog. They thought there was still hope for He-Dog not to buy into the bullshit that, these guys think they know what they're doing, and, you know how they are. You know how haters are. They got it all figured out. Their dick is a goddamn genius. I'm going to fuck him out of existence, and then everybody's going to have my brain, and my dick is a goddamn genius. Yeah, his dick is a goddamn genius. And all the women are like, we all know that ain't true. Girls say, boys say, when he's going to give us some room. Girls say, God, I hope he comes back soon. Yeah, 2 lesbian Holocaust survivors, both grabbing onto each hand, kissing his hands like he's... Only it was a real deal. It wasn't a movie. It wasn't Antonio Banderas and Tom Hanks trying to go to the shack to get more money at the shack with the volleyball named Wilson. It was real. Even if they were acting, it was still real. Because Banderas and Hanks are both acting and know they're acting. Okay. If they were acting, which I seriously doubt, I didn't know. Just like the thing with Mark and the migrant woman. You broke 5 federal laws in 2 minutes. I told you this is the most surveyed town in the whole world. You know that, okay? I'm like, yeah, everybody's kind of told me that. I get it. Yeah, but Earl, you just broke 5. They're watching you. Obama's watching you. Yeah, and so is Pope Francis. So is Pope Benedict, and so is fucking Andrew Womack, and lots of other rich guys that make lots of money off the... somebody's got to teach these assholes to be, the gracious good shepherd and the shepherd of the apostles. They're not going to do it, right? Hello? Mark was shitting his pants, man. 6'5", 285. Shitting his pants. Ralph, you know what you're doing? You'd get put in prison for, 5 federal laws in 2 minutes. You know how much prison time that could be if they decide to, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Okay. They need me. I don't need them. Okay. I'm the Ark of the Covenant. I'm the guy who can protect them from the Chinese and the Japanese using their technology to get their drones and robotics to kill them all, to shut down their bases and shut down the thing and kill everybody inside. I'm the only one, okay, between them and their enemies, exterminating them from the face of the planet. What the fuck are they going to do? Okay? They're going to abuse the hell out of you and feel powerful doing it. Yeah, just like their asshole enemies. I know how they are. Sonia Sin and DT Suzuki have explained these shitheads, floaty, shitheads, shitty, subplot heads floating in the soup. Go Speed Racer. He's like a demon as he comes a car around the track. He's ready to, like he's never come. Get your snacks in your bag. Okay. Nothing like wrapping food in plastic and asking for dead numbers for it. Saying that they're worth more than life in the living and feeding children real food and giving them real love from real parents. Assholes. See why I sit there and watch hee-haw and soak in a plastic tub in hot water and have Japanese women crying because what they did to my beautiful body, because my beautiful body is more beautiful than any cage fighting, bodybuilding, bag of shit who ain't legit and should quit, and money you get to fuck with is just like your brain. Your dick is better than anybody else's. You know, you're an asshole. Trust me. Okay. Well, you guys are getting cussed out by Muhammad today. Okay. He's mad. Okay. I was sitting there talking to him. Oh, this is hell on earth, Earl. It doesn't get any worse than this. It says in their Bible, he's born in the belly of the dragon, the bowels of hell, the belly of the beast. Okay? He's the only one with the testimony of Christ on his lips. I mean, in his heart, that comes out his lips and comes out truth. They all say they have the testimony of Christ in their hearts, but on their lips, they believe in the lie. It affects the whole family. In Hadith, it says it even affects the one who is like Abraham and Muhammad, because the beast has developed ways to bewitch the soul and trap it in the mind. Like it says in Hindu prophecy and Buddhist prophecy and Shinto prophecy and so on, so forth. Hey, Quetzalcoatl, there's a plumaged serpent with a face like Jesus, but is a snake that comes across the water and says he's going to be like the perfect father that is like our perfect father, but he's not. It's Montezuma's revenge. Montezuma was a fucking asshole. And him and Cuauhtémoc were relatives. But that doesn't mean that Caiaphas and Herod are going to replace Jesus as the gracious good shepherd any more than Rabbi Wolpe and Benjamin Netanyahu can carry my jockstrap. Okay, and I don't have one, so you don't need to carry it. So don't worry about it, assholes. Just, go get your lunch money and feed the kids with lunch money. No, the parents should get a job. No, the parents should be like Job and be faithful and not write books about their dick. And their dick always needs more money to fuck the bitch. Okay. And if, girl, you think this is you, here's what I want you to do. Take my hand, let me take you to love land. Let me show you how sweet it can be, sharing love with me. I want you to. The little Kirk girl who went to GCU and married Charlie Kirk, I don't know if she ever heard the Floaters, I can't tell you. I know Javon has, okay? I know the little girl from Houston's heard the Floaters. Charles! She's heard it, okay? My name is Paul. Is Paul the Leo? Right. Larry. That's how Larry talks. Larry. My name is Larry. Paul. Larry. Charles. And who was the other one? Oh, Ralph. Ralph's the Aquarius. Okay, yeah, Earl, there's also a Ralph in there. Right, Ralph. Aquarius. Cancer. Leo. Libra. Charles. No, it's funny. No, it's a good song. You should go listen to it. Yeah, you people from GCU, go listen to it. There's lots of stuff about astrology in the book in the Bible, the Book of Revelation, or the Book of Daniel. The ram, Adolf Hitler. The goat, Joseph Stalin. We have tons of written history and lots of, yes, and the psychics and the protocols of Zion, it's all in there. We've got it everywhere. It's fulfilling prophecy. In order to fulfill prophecy, it takes self to do it. Somebody's got to be the ram. Somebody's got to be the goat. And then somebody's got to be the gracious good shepherd. Right. But as far as the lion and the lamb, I think that's all the goat and ram people. It's ram tough. Sell me another truck. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shutting up, rabbit. Okay, when somebody says shut up, shut up, shutting up. Let him have it, Muggsy. Button your lip. Okay. You guys understand. Okay, Muhammad's pissed. Goddamn. The whole status quo stuff. I was sitting there getting a lot of status quo stuff that was getting hard to get through on this little dynasty up in Puebla, Colorado. Lots of government military operations in Puebla, Colorado, and Grand Junction, Colorado. Apparently there's a lot up in Orem, Utah, too. Go figure. Okay. The one place in Utah I can connect to the most that started changing and going away from those southern routes that those people did to assimilate to the local regions like Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay. They assimilated because these people were very violent towards their Mormon behaviors. Okay. The place that they call Little BYU is Cedar City up in the mountains, the place up near where the native people were, where Malachi was living. Yeah. It's very pretty. You can see why when we went through there, I was like, this place is beautiful. Oh, Cedar City, Utah is gorgeous. Yeah, it is. You got different colors of the mountains, different trees, different changes. It's in a pretty spot. Not a lot of people can live there. It does not have the water to support a large population. As far as the water in the river, it's not a large population, but people can do well if you manage the population numbers. As far as population numbers go, you can only handle people in certain places. So you're gonna have to go up and down across the wide Missouri, and you can't put people down in the Bulldogs. And you can't, no. When people have to go work down there, you all get down and you have good vehicles now. Go down towards the river area to work and then live out in the heights. That's why all the rich people always live in the heights and the poor people always live in the bottoms. Because you're fucking assholes! Okay, God. They're not figuring it out. I had to explain everything to these people. And people put me down because that's the side of town I was born in. I love her, she loves me, but I don't fit her society. Lord have mercy on the boy from down in the boondocks. What's the other one that I like a lot? You ever heard Sugar Shack? Gonna go talk some smack. Like Randy Murphy. And that Sugar Shack. Billy Joe Royal is the one who does. I don't know who does Sugar Shack, y'all. I know Billy Joe Royal do Down the Boondocks, right? That's pretty good. Down in the Boondocks, people put me down because that's the side of town I was born in. I love her, she loved me. I don't fit her society. Lord have mercy on the boy from down in the Boondocks. It's a lot like Stevie Wonder's, poor man's son from across the railroad tracks. Only shirt I own is here on my back, but I'm the apple envy of every single guy because I'm the apple of my girl's eye. It's all right. It's pure fantasy like Bed of Roses and stuff, but it's a pretty cool song. Okay. No, the only reason he would have the rich girl when he get across the railroad track because he's selling lots of records at Motown. Shit, y'all, come on now, get your shit straight. Okay, and even then, it don't last. Yeah. And they talk about what a womanizer, Freddie Lyman was. Why do fools fall in love? He knew who he was, and he knew what was coming, and he knew what was going down. Why do birds sing so gay? Why lovers away the break of day? Why do they fall in love? Why does the rain fall from up above? Why do fools fall in love? He got jaded real fast. It's thousands of years of biological and psychological conditioning. Okay, unless they can get something from you and keep whatever they're getting from you, they'll use you up and spit you out faster than you can say lickety split. And he knew this, and he knew, you could get up and rise and sing and make lots of money and do all this, and then he just used them for sex because they were using him for money. And they said that Gerald Alston had a lot of things in his life that way too, and a lot of other guys like that it was really hard. Because they could sing real well, they had this money, but they weren't Sam Cooke. You're like, oh, that's fucked. Yeah, it is. And you can't help it. Boy can't help it. He needs love. Girl can't help it. So they're still standing in the rain. And a lot of this stuff is going to disappear. Because when I was connecting this stuff with Javon, you connect to the soul. You don't connect to the body, right? And when you go in to get the soul out of the mind and out of the abuse of the mind and the body over tens of thousands of years, you have to go in with immense love and strength and say, come on, you're coming out. You ask, let's go. Come on, let's go, baby girl. Let's get the hell out of here. So you pick her up and you take her out. She asked for it, let's do it. You asked for it, you got it. I ain't selling you no Toyota, let's go, baby girl. So you come in and you take her by the hand and get her out of there. Right? And you don't sit there and think to yourself, if I don't have her, I'll just die. You sit there and tell her you're already dead because you've given in to the abuse and the rape and Don't let these men turn you into a mean bitch because they're a dick. Okay? Be strong. Okay? Be the beauty of a woman. You're not the woman king. You're not a stallion. You're not an animal. You're a woman. Okay? What gives you strength is the strength of a man that faithfully loves you, and you have children together, protecting each other with the Holy Covenant, the strength of that Holy Covenant. That's what makes you beautiful. Okay? No more, no less. You don't have to guess when it's 3. It's magic. Man and woman had a little baby. Yes, they did. They had 3. Look, that's Patrick. Isn't he amazing? Do you understand? So, yeah. When men lose their way because they worship their mind and their genitalia, well, they attempt to, you can't do it. It's impossible. Ask a baby not to cry, it's just impossible. Right? It's impossible to worship self. Okay? Just like it's impossible to create heaven as a human being. You can only live in heaven when you honor the gifts of creation to love one another in holy covenants to continue heaven through eternal faithful love. Blaise Pascal. Pascal's triangle. Holy Trinity, Batman. Don't come fuck with me and think you're not going to get your dick kicked to your pelvis. Don't talk shit to me because we got quantum computing. And when I connect in prayer and correct bullshit, Richard Feynman runs to go find his goddamn Rami and L and get his van and go puke his guts out in Mexico because, damn it, Parsons, the hillbilly redneck, whatever, reborn Mexican who hangs out with all the, hey, my nigga, what's up, at the barbecue, is more intelligent than me, and he doesn't take any time to study, because why are you studying, man? I ain't trying to impress nobody. I'm just trying to be healthy and just maintain healthy by being true and faithful and loving and kind. And the best basketball player that ever lived? Well, yeah, but most of you will never get to see that because I never really, I held back my whole life. Yeah. There are times, if they have video of me jumping over Chris, okay, and my head being over the rim and coach going, and I'm like, what? And if they have video of me, my head shaking because I didn't want to lose to Skibiak and then being nice and jogging the last 20 and Theo Parker and Larry Titus saying, Earl, you need to think about being a professional football player, Earl. What? Earl. I'm too skinny. Anthony Carter, Earl. They just kept going on. No. Okay. But you're faster than he is. Okay. You're the fastest person ever. Yeah. Okay. We both have Andre Francis as our teammate, and he's really fast, and you were moving so fucking fast. It's not even funny. Those first 20 yards were like incredible. It's like I know my head was fucking shaking. I couldn't hold it still. I was moving. Why'd you ease up? You should have kicked his ass. He is an asshole. It's funny. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I would have easily broke the 4 flat 40. Yeah. And basketball sneakers on grass. Mm-hmm. That's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. Not really. It's just a human being moving real fast because they can. You can't. Why? Because you haven't earned it. Because you won't run real fast to save babies from people murdering them because they're raping, looting, and pillaging. You're not man enough to be like King David and me. Don't you ever forget that. And the ability for energy to work through a body, okay? Because the body and the mind are righteous because they've submitted to faith and infant glory. The need to do is only necessitated in extreme conditions. But when you're healthy, you can do real healthy things and have fun doing it. If you're doing it to dunk in other people's faces and then wag your dick in their face, I'm always going to kick your ass. No matter how hard you work to get the best body and be the best jumper and the fastest runner and sell all your products on TVs and be the best 6'2", 230-pound football player that ever ran. And I was 5'11", about 165 pounds. If I played football, I probably got up to about, $190. Is that about what Christian McCaffrey is? Or is he bigger now? Yeah, I've been about $190. Okay. And I wouldn't have played for long, maybe about 4 years, just like in basketball. Basketball, I would have stayed. You know, I'm sure with good loving and healthy, intelligent exercise and a healthy diet, you know, and lots of good loving, that I would have probably evened out at about a buck as I got older. $1.75, $1.80 or so, married to a good wife. You know, she's got your eye, he's got my nose, and I get high just watching them grow. Yeah, this whole world seems to be in a hurry, but we'll just keep on taking our time, because we live in such a sweet life. Oh, what a neat life, you know. Just, you know, someone to go down the middle of the road with, someone you don't mind talking to, somebody you know. Everybody like, I love the teddy bear man, he's so cool. Teddy Pendergrass is the best. It's so good loving somebody, and somebody loves you back, and that's a fact. I'm coming out. No, I'm kidding. I'm not really, you know, it's just a joke. My mom used to get mad, Earl, you're too good at that. And people are homophobic. I'd love to see them try, mother. Okay. I wouldn't love to. No, I wouldn't. But back then I was a young kid and I was a little rambunctious and I was very protective of people. So, I mean, no, I wouldn't have left their testicles hanging from a barbed wire fence near Laramie, Wyoming. But I ought to knock some teeth out and kick some, you know, kick Todd Zarnicki in his happy place and say, yeah, I would have loved it to be a hot blonde girl from Nebraska, but I didn't bring one with me to kick your homophobic ass motherfucker. Okay, love you too. Here's your Klingon little thing, man. I don't collect nothing, man. It's not my thing. No, I do have things that help me get through time. And, you know, you can have it, you know, it's okay. You can have her, I don't want her. She never loved me anyway. She only wanted someone to play with, and all I wanted was a love to stay. Anybody else really like? I love Lenny Welsh. I don't like Lenny Welsh. I love Lenny Welsh. It's so cool. His Stranger in Paradise is very good. You can have her, and Are You Sincere? Really good. But everybody and their mother, okay, that has good taste and is on the good taste team, loves Since I Fell For You. Yeah. If you don't, the fuck is wrong with your good taste buds in your brain? Are you serious? Oh my gosh, you don't like Since I Fell For You by Lenny Welch. You can't even acknowledge the fact that it's pretty simply awesome? I can acknowledge the fact that Gene Pitney's really good. Yeah, seriously. And I can acknowledge the fact, yeah, that George Jones, you know, that Good Cheer for the Roses thing, man, that makes me cry. That really makes me sad. And here we are again tonight, Alone Just Us Two. I'm like, wow, that's a really good song. He sings it well. Yes. It's not my style, but that's good. Okay, now can your sorry ass admit that Since I Fell For You by Lenny Welch is absolutely awesome? No? Well, then fuck you, get out of here. Oh my gosh, you're unreasonable. Gosh, I'm totally annoyed with you. Shh. It's a good thing we're living the Lord's Prayer so we can live in peace far, far away from each other. Just go back to Cucamonga. I'm going to Redondo Beach. Bye. Bye-bye. Stop knocking. You have terrible taste. Okay. Hey, we can disagree and still live the Lord's Prayer. Awesome. It's pretty cool. Muhammad's cool. Yeah. But he liked that connection with that girl from Houston. He was like, wow, she's a toughie. Yeah, she is. She is. Okay, Javon. You're not a panther. You're not a tiger. You're a woman. So that means I don't have to grab you by the tail. Okay, unless you really want me to. But I'm just kidding around. I'm just kidding. Okay, no, you're not. That's a tough one. Yeah, that's a tough one. That is a tough one, man. Don't tempt me, Frodo. That is a tough one. Yeah, no, she's a very pretty woman, and she's a strong kid, and she's really lost and confused, and this shit is really fucked up, you know. And I connect to these kids, and I'm like, why is this happening? It's because roll fit. Okay, Jesus, thank you, Muhammad, love you too. But hell on earth is liars trying to hide that lie with more lie. Hell is complete invention of human beings. Heaven is proper worship of all that is given to you by the glory of God to love each other eternally through holy covenants. And it applies in physics. And if Richard Dawkins tries to argue, you say, you probably don't even like Lenny Welch just Since I Fell For You, do you? Cucamonga yourself. We're going to Redondo Beach to have a beach party. Guys, I love you, all right? Peace out, man.